Well, welcome once again to our YouTube channel, Soaring Together. As you all know, if you've been watching our videos, you know that we are in South Dakota for the summer, work camping. And while we have been here, I know in last week's video, I told you that we had our front brakes go out on the motorcycle and we needed a new front tire. So last week, we were able to get those. A week before last.
Yeah.
We got a really good deal on front tire, wheel, the assembly was what all came with it.
Yeah, we was fortunate enough to talk to a gentleman. He had taken it off of one and put a custom wheel on it and tire. So
brand new
tire, wheel, rotors, bearings and all we had to do is pop it on.
It only costs what, about $100 more than what a brand new tire would have cost?
Yeah, he was just trying to get rid of it. So
but we've had our bike, it's a 2020 the trike is a 2020, and we've been down on the coast several winters. And the salty air just...
It's difficult if you've been on the coast and know that.
It's difficult to keep the salt will pit those wheels.
Well, the wheels weren't so much pitted. They're just difficult to clean anyway, what they're made out of and how they're made. But anyway, fortunately, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Got all new.
But the brakes... I was hoping it would be under warranty because we've had some work done on the brakes that was under warranty.
Well, it probably would have been if it had been presented maybe a little different, not necessarily lied, but...
But they found out that what was causing the brake problem?
The front calipers had rusted some and the pistons wasn't coming all the way out like they should have. And
because they were rusted.
That's what they said. So, anyway.
But while we were on the Texas coast all those winters, we covered the bike, but because we didn't have anywhere to put it inside, and when we're traveling, we set up the garage for my office, and we store a lot of things in there when we're set up. So we don't, and usually we're set up in places where we can't just
roll the trike in there.
Yeah, roll the trike in there to keep it out of the weather.
But that's, I mean, that's just life. And but anyway, thankfully, so after we got the wheel and the tire, the guy introduced me to another shop that's here in Rapid, and it's called Hose Clamp Customs.
And I'll put a link to their website in the comments of this video.
Yeah, very nice guys. The guy I got the wheel from were good friends for him, and he said, hey, he can put this on for you. And so we rode up down there, and while we were waiting, they had a couple of seats in the showroom there that one of the guys that worked there had taken off of his motorcycle, and we just got to looking at it, and it's
brand new seat.
Well, yeah, he hadn't rode it very much. It's a Saddleman. So he didn't see, so he had a price on it, and we talked.
A price that we couldn't walk away from.
Yeah. So we had the seat put on there as well.
So this is not a how-to video. This is just to show you what we did.
Yeah. Well, we were very blessed to find the whole wheel assembly. You know, you got new bearings, new rotors, new wheel, tire, the whole deal, for just an unbelievable price. Thank the Lord for that. And even with the seat, you know, it was less than half price and almost brand new. So that day turned out to be a very good day.
But the Saddleman seat that we got comes with a backrest for Ricky. So that kind of takes up a little space for me. So some friends of ours have done this. So we chose the
Actually,
option
a couple
to
of
do
friends
this.
of ours have done this.
They make an extension for the trunk, which then puts me back a little further, giving me more room to set. In this package is the brackets for the trunk extension. So we have to take the trunk completely off. So those screws, the screws that you're unscrewing is in the trunk.
Well, that's the way I'm doing it. I'm gonna take, I think I gotta take all that off anyway. But this is the easiest way. Oh, that's about to go nuts. I'm thinking, what the heck is the matter with this? So I didn't think you had to take that off.
So it has 6 screws. He thought it had 4. And it has 6. So when we got the other screws out, it lifted right off.
I don't know what she's talking to. But yeah, dummy. But he figured it out.
Good time to get all this clean, too.
Yeah, clean it all up right. Okay, where's the bag?
In the golf cart. It's rusted. That's Texas rust, y'all. All under there is rusted.
I need to tighten them back down while I got it up.
This is the extenders. Right side. This says right side.
I know, Denise. Why do you think you put it on the right side?
Is it the right side if you're at the back of the bike, or is it the right side if you're at the front of the bike?
Is that the bottom of the trunk, or is that? It can't go down there. It has to go on there. Locate. They are marked left side and right side. Refer to picture 1. Secure the blocks to the underside of the tour pack.
So the new brackets went first. Underneath here. And then this metal plate will screw. And these are the 3 options that you have for where you want it to sit. I don't know if you can see that. There's 3 holes.
I don't even know if it's going to go up on that sleeve. Can you see the... For them, but only 3 lock washers.
And then this metal plate goes back on the new brackets, and then the whole thing will mount back to the trunk.
I'm about to get up and see here. I tried to get her to put it in 3, but no, she didn't want to do that.
There's
We
three.
put
There's 3 holes.
3
so
inches,
you have,
1, 2, or 3 inches,
Yeah.
and it'll move it back. And I said, let's just do it all in one. No, no, no. But
there's
know,
plenty room for me.
okay. So she says now. But anyway, we got that put on while I was at the Harley dealership with the brakes. I bought
Hill shifter. We have a hill shifter. A hill shifter that we're going to install.
I don't know why I hadn't put it on it. I don't know why it didn't come with it, but anyway.
You had a hill shifter on your road glide.
Yeah,
I had a hill shifter on my street glide.
Yeah. And I don't know why I haven't already done it. I've run a couple boots on the top. But anyway, got a hill shifter.
So these are just some of the upgrades we've done to the bike just since we've been here.
But with the heated seat, mine didn't come with the harness to plug directly into the seat. So I got the harness from Harley as well, and actually it couldn't be any easier. Our new seats are heated. So in this package, we have a harness.
So they told you you'd have to have this? They told you you'd have to have this?
Yes.
We have a wiring harness for the heated seats. They even gave you zip ties. You just pull this pop. I did watch a video, you know, good thing about YouTube, but I watched the video. But I don't have any footage of us putting.
Yeah, it's anyway. You just pop the side cover off, and I talked to a friend too, Randy. He'd already done it. Cecil done his a little bit different. He straight wired his, which I can understand that as well. But anyway,
on the right side of the trike, there's a plug that you can use.
There's a plug. There's a plug there for auxiliary stuff. Actually, the harness that I got is made for a lot of other stuff, but all you do is plug it in, and you know, I didn't run mine up the way that the guy did, because he didn't have a trike either, but run it a little bit different, plugged it in. So now we've got a heated seat. I got a hill shifter. We got an extension, which I will probably sometime in the future be moving it back another inch. But then there was a small pad that covers the wiring that's behind my seat. We also have a pad, and this pad will go down behind me, down behind my seat. Covers up the wires in behind the seat. This is just a little bit bigger, quite a bit bigger than the one that we have on there. You can see the one that's on there is not very big. So this one will go way down in behind the seat to cover up all the wires. But the next couple days, when you took the bike back in to get the brakes fixed, we did buy the extended warranty for the trike, and they didn't even call it in because they assumed that the insurance through Harley would take care of it. But after they called and he told them that, you know, rust caused it, they didn't insure that. They didn't cover it. But on that same note, Harley was, in my opinion, very decent. The guy that I dealt with called me. He said, hey, you know, this didn't cover it. You know, and my boss wants to know if you'd just be willing to split it with us. And, you know, a lot of places would have just called and say, hey, they didn't cover it. You know, you need to pay it all. They didn't do that. And if I hadn't, I'd give him any more. He said, you know, that's strictly up to you. But, you know. We paid them the half. We paid them the half, which, you know, was only, in my opinion, like I say, I could have had to pay for the whole thing. But we got that. The whole thing is that it's all fixed. It's been at it's beyond reasonable, half price on everything or less. Yeah. And got a whole new front end, basically.
We got the brakes fixed.
We got
a
the
new
brakes
wheel and
fixed,
tire.
new wheel and tire. So the old trike should be in pretty good shape for a while.
So yesterday evening, it was a little cool, but we rode down to the wildlife loop, and I tried out the new seat. Kept it on low, and it was very hot. So I'm tickled with the new heated seats, but we want to take you on part of the wildlife loop ride that we did. We actually rode
part of it because she made me ride a lot further than the loop it's called.
Well, we had
but it's part of the road that we hadn't been on that I recall.
But we did ride the wildlife loop, but we rode it since we've been here, and we only saw a few buffalo. But I wanted to see the herd.
The cows and the calves.
We got to see the herd. We got to see the calves.
Very last thing.
We got to see the donkeys up close. We got to see mule deer. We got to see the what are they called? The funny horn. Pronghorns. We got to see, I guess there's some regular deer, white-tailed deer, the little prairie dogs. We got to see a lot of animals. It got a little dark when we got back to where the buffalo were.
Yeah, it was.
But I'm going to try to lighten this video so you can see it better.
Yeah.
And we're going to take you on the ride now.
Well, today we start our ride into Custer State Park with an exciting sighting. Several majestic bull bison grazing near the State Game Lodge. These incredible animals seem to favor this area, and it's not uncommon to find them relaxing nearby. The lodge itself is located right along Highway 16A, a scenic gateway into the park. From there, we turned onto Highway 87 South, winding our way through the breathtaking landscapes on the southern edge of Custer State Park. Our journey continued onto the Wildlife Loop Road, where we were treated to an abundance of native wildlife. There was something to see around every bend. So sit back, relax, and come along for the ride as we explore the wild beauty of Custer State Park.
We rode on down Highway 87, which goes on past the wildlife loop. That takes you down
over to 385.
It takes you down toward Wind Cave.
Yeah.
But that was a beautiful ride.
Yeah, the only problem for me was when we left home, I wasn't planning on riding 2 or 3 hours.
You got cold.
I just had a hoodie on, which you don't never do that up here. Thankfully, I had my rain. Donna had my rain jacket on with my name on it, so I didn't get the wrong one. But when I pulled it out, she said,
"Be sure and get yours."
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful ride down Highway 87 South. So we have some friends coming. You know who you are. So we'll have to take you down that
Well,
highway. It was very pretty.
It would have been nice if it.
And we
had
saw a bunch of bull buffalo down in there.
One of the most charming residents of Custer State Park is the herd of friendly burros, often called the begging burros. These guys aren't your typical wild animals. They are descendants of pack animals used by miners and other workers in the Black Hills during the mid-1870s. What makes them so famous? Well, these burros are known for walking right up to cars, poking their heads through windows, and yes, begging for snacks. They're gentle, incredibly social, and totally unfazed by human visitors. At the end of today's ride, we had a close encounter with one of Custer State Park's most iconic sights, a herd of bison, including the mamas with their calves, grazing peacefully along the roadside. It was a powerful reminder of the wild beauty preserved here. The scene captured the attention of everyone nearby, offering a rare and moving glimpse into their natural habitat.
The herds that were in the wildlife loop That was really neat getting to see all the cabs. A little scary when you're on the bike, though, and those things are walking right beside
I told her
you.
we needed to go on through there to start with, but I didn't win that war either.
But we saw the beautiful ride down Highway 87 South.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
There were some really pretty bridges, just some beautiful country. We want to thank all of you for following us along on our journey as we are soaring together and living life in different places
It's South Dakota for now.
for the summer.
See
Thanks
you.
for watching.